Alright, all the holes are punched in the covers and the signatures, and they line up very beautifully. If you put them together and you hold it up to the light, you can see light right through there. So I'm ready to sew this thing together. It's done in 2 steps. The first thing you do is the Coptic stitch on that, and then you do the end bands separately. I've been using this braiding cord that's cheap as anything. You can get it at Walmart, and it's like $1.50 for just tons of it. So that's what I'm using. I've decided on this book I'm going to do a natural color cord, and I've got it ready in the needle and everything. Don't forget to pull that through a beeswax block. Do not think that a regular wax candle is the same thing. It's not at all the same thing. You got to use beeswax. Go get that from an art supply store, and don't try to do this without it, because the book won't turn out right. It'll be too loose, and it doesn't grab like it should. So I'll just briefly go into the Coptic stitch, and there's already a ton of information on the internet about it. From the inside of the signature, pull it through, leave a couple inches in there, then front of the cover, around, in, pull it through. This part is important. You want to get it situated exactly where you want it. And for this, my cover is only slightly bigger than the rest of the pages. So get that centered, get that almost on the end, and then kind of pull it tight. And then go back into the same hole that you came out of in the signature. Now open the signature up, and pull it through. Okay, and now tie that off. That. You can trim that off later. And then from there on, it's the same thing. So out of the signature, pull it through, get it tight-ish. And now something you want to be sure of is don't over tighten. Don't really pull the devil out of these things, because if you get it too tight, the book is will just want to spring open. You want it tight, but just not terribly tight. So okay, back through the front, then back into the hole again, and so forth. Pull that through, get it where you want it, lined up, and out there. This is where the Coptic stitch starts. Basically go up around the last stitch and then back in the hole, and so forth, and do that all the way through the book. So I'll be back after I've sewn the book together, and we'll do the headbands. Alright, we've sewn the book together now. It's completed. You got the kettle stitch on each end, the Coptic stitch in the middle. And I like to do this thing where I do the last one outside. There's a way to do it where you do it inside of the last signature, and so the last signature has double the amount of string inside of it. But I kind of like the look of that. I've been doing that. Here's the one on the bigger book, it's the blue thread there that kind of blends in a little better than this one does, but I just kind of like that look. In the inside, every signature is going to look like this. It's going to have string all the way through. The string is inside the signature. Let's see, show you one. Usually fluff it up. Yeah. So in, out, back in, out, back in, and now when I do the headbands will fill in the last part of that. So where you see that area will be filled with string now too. And I'm doing it the same color. It'll look like all of one piece of stitching. Now this one obviously I did blue on the Coptic, and then I did the headbands with the brown. And I kind of regret that. I like to stick with the same color thread. And also you should notice that the signatures look a lot fatter now that they have the thread inside of them than they did at first. But that book was probably half this thick before that. These, I did signatures of four leaves, then folded in half. That's eight leaf. Wait, so yeah, a leaf is the whole page, is a page, and then times 2. So anyway, 4, 8, 16. So there's 16 pages in each signature, and I've got 7 signatures of the. That's a lot of information. It's going to take me a lifetime to fill that thing up. But if you do a whole heck of a lot of driving, then you'll probably want to maybe make a different book every year or something. Now, the way the headbands work is I've got all the holes out here to do each one separately, whereas most of what you'll see on these is 2 very large holes, and all of them go into those 2 holes, and then they go into the signatures. I just don't like the way I'm sure that's more historic and everything. I just don't like the way it looks. And there's a couple of really good videos on YouTube already about how to do this, so I'm not really going to go into the details. But it's exactly the same as if you did 2 giant holes. You go from the back out of the hole, from the back out of the hole, all the way, and it goes up and down, and then through the signatures. And something else that is a good reason you do that, for one thing, makes the book less floppy. Like right now the book is kind of floppy, and the book will really tighten up. You can see on this one, it's a lot different. And also the kind of irregularity of the ends it'll all kind of even all that looking out, so they'll look even. When you do the hand torn like this, they're kind of different lengths, and there'll be a white page sticking out of the color and all that, so it makes all that even. So I'll check back when I finish those headbands and we'll see how it came out. And we're done. I've got the end bands all sewn. That's how they turn out. It's a real good look. It looks like it's all of a piece, but it's really, as you saw, just done in 2 steps. But it makes it look like it's all woven together if you use the same color like I did this time. And it's very solid, very little wiggle to it, and I think it turned out quite well. I got my title there. I've got the all this, which I will start filling in with my information from the last 5 years, and in the back the fuel economy estimate from the original window sticker, and the smart logo on the back. So anyway, I'm looking forward to using that to keep track of my car stuff. You see how small it is compared to the last one I did. But anyway, good luck with your project.